Come back off a scrimmage and a couple of days of practice. Good hot day today, good conditioning. A lot of situations. We'll start tomorrow probably with a lot of game preparation stuff. So heading in that direction. But from the scrimmage, pleased with the scrimmage. Very pleased as far as not a lot of, you didn't have penalties, you didn't have delayed games, you didn't have ball on the ground, defense didn't have misalignments. I mean, we didn't have, and it looked like a group that knew what it was doing and competed very well in the game. When one side made plays, generally was good plays made. But, very efficient, because you always worry about, you're getting penalties, disalignments, communication, getting subs in and out, a lot of things operationally that was, I thought was very sharp, much sharper than the first. Not that the first was really that bad, but it was one of the better ones we've had as far as that kind of things. Not, from that operation standpoint, one of the first things as a coach you got to look at, making sure you're getting guys in the game, they see it lined up, not getting penalties, all that kind of stuff. I was very good. Game was very competitive. I thought the offense was very efficient in the game. Made some plays. Guys made some big time plays on situations that were just great plays, which I was happy with. Wasn't bad plays on defense, and defense made their plays too. I mean, they did a good job in their areas, certain areas. It was very competitive back and forth, but some explosive plays. But what I was good, this explosive plays came when other guys did things right, and guys just made plays, which is very encouraging. Good throws, good reads, good protection. Guys rushing well, covering well, being in the right spots on defense. Wasn't anything like, sometimes you make big plays, guys will blow a coverage or do things like that. Wasn't like that. And but defense did a good job in there. They're rushing good, played good. But both sides. I was pleased with the scrimmage. I really was. I thought we kicked the ball fairly well in the game too. Ricky was really good in that scrimmage. Logan was good. We simulated live punt and all those type of things. I thought he kicked the ball extremely well. So from that standpoint, we got to keep progressing and where we're going. But we got about 2 weeks, or just under 2 weeks to get started to get polished. Questions?
When you say game preparation, is that starting and playing the game?
Yeah, we'll start in playing and start putting just the first parts of the game plan, things like that in.
What did you see from DeAndre specifically in the scrimmage? You mentioned big plays.
Well, just good decisions, game management, understanding down and distance. Was very aggressive with the ball, but very smart with the ball. You know what I mean? In that regard, which I was very pleased with. If he made throws and if they were just off, they'd be off in the right area where no one would get them. Or we made the plays and made a lot of tight throws. Very good in his protections, all the different blitzes and exotic looks and different things that they bring, and that was very good. Line picked him up really well. I was very pleased. Our offensive line, I thought, played really well in the game. Well, some do, some don't. And some guys, did a nice job. Some of those freshmen have made plays and were in there and did a good job. They're not out of place, if that's, what I mean. They don't seem out of place. They seem like, there may be something they can do better, but, it's coming. It's coming really well for most of them.
You mentioned the offensive line performing well. Are you kind of seeing I think you say the right five sometimes?
Well, they played well. They've been playing well, pretty good. I've been pleased with their progress. And you're going against really good people. Like those guys can't rush and they can't play run defense. Noddy and Christmas and Sweat and Burns and Pugh and all those guys. They're big physical guys in there and all the backups. And doing a real nice job. But defense wins their battles too. But it's not. It's really good. It's good football. It's good football.
Seeing what you liked before out of Derek Kelly, that left tackle.
Yes, Derek had one little mistake in the game, but other than that, he played, he battled, did a nice job. And played well. And would you say right tackle? Left tackle, yeah. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember. I'm getting old. My hearing's getting going.
Jimbo, during the HBO Hard Knocks show with Jameis, he said something about he didn't really have really good command of down and distance, and when he's in the game, looking at the sidelines, things like that. Where is DeAndre kind of at that point?
He didn't have it when? What do you mean?
Down and distance, like Jameis wasn't really cognizant of it while he was on the field. He was always looking at the sideline or waiting for the message to come in. Where do you see DeAndre kind of at that point?
Every play we have is down and distance in practice. There's not a play we do that doesn't have a situation, a big emphasis on the clock, the 40-second clock, or down and distance. So we try to make them very aware of those situations because it changes how you play the games, all that situation. And he's doing a pretty good job of that. I've been pretty pleased with what he's doing there.
Do you kind of see leadership from him in the huddle with other players? Like, hey guys, this is what's going on. This is what we have to do.
Yeah, he gets his points across. Yeah, Bavion with surgery, and that was actually a non-football related injury. He never even got hurt on the field. Got hurt before camp did, and his knee was bothering him, and he played a little bit, and swelling went out, and he was fine. And we'd swell a little bit, go down, swell a little bit. We say, something we need to check it. And I thought he had a little piece of cartilage in it, and it was a bigger tear in there, and they could sew it. So we wanted to sew it. So he actually did it before camp even started. Never did it on the field. But just a weird thing. But he'll be out for the rest of the year. And Juwan Williams just had surgery on his shoulder.
How long would he be out?
A year. He'll be the same.
With baby on similar, is that kind of like their one? It's the same similar type of situation?
A little bit different. But you could fix it, but it wasn't the same kind of tear. But it was something you could sew, and that's something they're trying to do now because cartilage is so vital in guys' knees. He'll be fine. He just got a little. He actually played. He's played really well. I've been really pleased with him, man. You don't realize how many things he does for this football team. Whether it's blocking, the pass blocking, the run blocking, the catching, the setting. I mean, you always can count on him. And I mean, tough and plays hard.
Do your receivers make any wild plays?
Yes.
Who's making them? Are they all making them? Is there one that's making more than the other?
Yes. That's what I say. I was pleased with making plays when coverage was good, plays were good, throws and catches. Tightly covered guys that, was good plays. They've all made them. They've all made them. And that's the thing, just got to keep the consistency level going. And that's the thing you always fight, with anything, just keep grinding and playing. But they did it, yes. Yeah, Eberle and Corey right now. Baselli's banged up, so. But right now it is. Well, we got other guys that snap. We rotate other guys. All the guards can snap and play center when they have to. And we work them all pre-practice and work them doing drills and different things. When I always try to get 5, 6, 7 of those centers. That's a different deal.
A couple linebackers out for a while now. How have you seen some of the young guys,
Pleased. Those young guys, at times. But, again, got to be a little more consistent at times, but have made some wild plays. And you see the physicality and the athleticism. Yes.
Is there any update on Matthew Thompson?
All those guys, we're expecting them. The guys that are out, we're expecting back. Could be any day. Practice, ball security drills. You're working on guys stripping you, and our defense is constantly stripping you in practice and going at it. And we have all the backs and skill guys. We do drills in their first part of it. They're going to do some kind of an individual during the day, a certain kind of ball security drills and different gauntlets you go through and pulls. And our guys, we have our defense constantly every day in practice. They're ripping, stripping at it. The game's about the ball. You're blessed enough to have it. You got to take care of it. And if you're going to get it, you got to go find a way to get it out. So that's a constant emphasis for us. I thought Patrick, those guys have played well. Rasul had a couple big plays in the game, just runs and athleticism. Made some really nice plays. Cam was really good in the game. I thought all of them had their moments. They really did. Different time, 1s, 2s, 3s, rotating them. You can see the talent in all those guys. Now, who's ready to play and all that? That's what we're winding down right now. But I've been pleased with their progress. I really have. Ryan Green had a couple really good plays in the game.
No, they weren't, because as a freshman, he didn't come in as an early role.
No, he's doing good. He had a really nice run in the game. A couple of them. They've all done a nice job. They're still learning things, but man, they have their moments. Really, you can see. I'm put it this way. I'm happy we recruited them all. Sheffield had some really nice runs in the game.
You've got 2 freshman quarterbacks, 3 freshman running backs. Are you kind of gearing up for the future there?
Well, you're always gearing up for the future. The future, you always. Hey, with this day and time with these guys, man. They're all rotating in and out and things like that. They get out quickly. You got to. You're always looking for you're looking for the present and the future. You're trying to develop players, and you got to develop depth. You know what I'm saying, in those areas. Yes, he should be back next day or 2. He was actually playing. Now, there's a guy's playing really well. He'd been playing really well.
So constantly you kind of build with those freshman players all together. Is that kind of overstated, or do you think that's really, really?
No, I think the class you come in with, you're around those guys a lot. But, they're incorporating with the upperclassmen, too.
James Blackman, he gets some runs in Scrimmage and how he
Oh, played real well. Got a bunch of reps. James is doing outstanding. Bailey, we got his shoulder banged up there in camp the other day. Well, he didn't get to go the other day in a scrimmage. But JJ had a good solid scrimmage, and I'm extremely pleased with Blackman. Doing a real good job.
Be able to compete for
Oh, without no doubt. Without a doubt. Very pleased. Very intelligent guy, a lot of poise, a lot of presence, a lot of command, and can throw the football. Moves around well, too. Doing a really nice job.
What is it about the offense that you like to hold the quarterbacks for a redshirt year?
Well, I don't. If they're ready to play, they're ready. If they can pick it up. I mean, it does. But, at quarterback, it's a whole different animal. I mean, with the things you go. But some do, some don't. And it also depends on what your upperclassmen are. I mean, if there's something that you see them pushing into, or you got upperclassmen that are ready to play, Knowledge is amazing. It's a big, important thing. But these two young guys are doing a nice job. No, we'll see here in the next week or so. We'll see here coming up.
I knew Blackman kind of caused a stir when he came to the camp. Everybody was impressed by him. Was he somebody that you guys had high on the radar before that, or was that?
We did. I love the tape, but till I meet him and talk to him, listen, and what a guy's coach to do, his ability to learn, his instincts, his personality, his presence, command. There's so many things that go into it. And, that's why, spending time with them makes a difference. And just teaching them and getting to coach them yourself if they can learn or pick things up or understand ball or, things like that. And we loved him on film. And we just wanted to meet him. As soon as we met him, I definitely felt that was something we wanted to do for sure. And spent a lot of time with him, talking to him.
With Trey Marshall being out for the targeting role for the first half, are you balancing who gets reps?
Well, right now, they're still getting reps, and we'll start in the game plan. He'll still get a lot of reps because he's going to play the second half of the game. But those other guys, they're getting plenty of reps. They all know what to do and how to do it. So we're getting them a bunch in there right now, everybody. Yeah, he got a locker room.
Okay.
It's like if you leave the game, you're going to. No, I don't believe so. What I understand it. I'll check on that. It's a good question.
Do you think that's fair going from last season?
No, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Because what if the other team, as a senior, got that penalty? The team's not punished the next year. And it's a different year, different game, different everything. Years are different. I mean, they should not carry over. I think that's one of the most ridiculous rules we have.
When you look at Jalen Hurts, is there anything that makes you think you might have to go to a spy line?
I can't hear what he said. Go see Jalen Hurts. Go to a what?
A spy, you think you might have to
Oh, we do those things all the time. We may not. I mean, we'll have different plans, different rush plans, different game plans. Sometimes you spy them, sometimes you rush them. I mean, the thing you can't do is give a great player like that the same constant look all the time. Oh, he's athletic. We tend to play a lot of those athletic guys.
The field corner and star positions getting knocked out yet?
Yeah, we feel comfortable with quite a few guys in there. So you'll see a rotation of guys. Guys are all going to play. So it's not going to be one guy. But, I mean, those guys are they've been doing a pretty solid job. And different matchups and different personnel, different people play it.
Is that the advantage of kind of the downside of last year, getting all the injuries and all those guys?
Well, you got a lot of guys with experience. You have, and you've had them in a game and what they've done and what you can do. So from that standpoint, it definitely is.
What about the return spots? Do you feel comfortable in your first team on most of them?
Yes, I do.
Is McFadden going to be the punt returner?
Yes. As of right now, it would be, yes. Does a great job. Tremendous ball skills, tracks the ball, catches it well, got good skills, he hits it good. And I've been very pleased with him. Right now, I would say he is.
Where are you at in terms of kick return?
Same where it's always been. You got Keith and Derwin. Big physical guys that are vertically strong and can hit things hard up in there. And the other ones, both of them are good blockers for the offensive guy.
If all three of those guys,
But there's other guys there, the backs, and some of those other guys, there's 2 or 3 guys back there that can do it, but those 2 will be the 2 right now.
all three of those guys you mentioned are pretty big guys for returners. I mean, what's the advantage of having?
Well, especially on kickoff. Usually punt return, first thing on punt return is catching the ball. Good quickness, good tracking the ball. It's a different catch than kickoffs. It's a whole different personality. It's a whole different everything. You're talking about a guy who makes a lot of contested catches on defense, attacks a lot of balls, judges it well, and got great ball skills. Been very pleased with him. When kickoffs, if you can have, now Kermit was a small guy, but he was extremely fast. You want big vertical guys, strong guys on kickoff if you can, because they're hitting holes, bouncing through things just like Keith did in that bowl game. I mean, and you hit it. Now, Kermit was an exception because he was very special and very fast. But mainly bigger guys on kickoff return. And I like it. And they're both got very good ball skills and running skills.
Last year Josh Sweat kind of got some acclaim for that North Carolina
Yeah, had a great second half of the year. It was banged up, was hurt. Remember, was trying to get back. Conditioning probably went down a little bit because of, he couldn't practice as much because he got hurt in the Louisville game, and we had to do and all that. Excuse me, and what we were doing. So he played hard. He done a real nice job. I mean, great effort. That's something that's non-negotiable.
How much have you been able to practice Durham on offense? What you've seen from them?
Some, but not a lot. Don't have to right now. A lot of guys stepping up.
Jimbo, the players haven't been available to talk much the last week or so. Is that because you're kind of trying to?
They're wore out. I ain't trying to do anything. Some of them don't want to. And it's not against y'all. I mean, they're just tired, and they've done it over and over and over again. So, I mean, from that standpoint, I don't make them do it. We ask them to do it if they want to do it. If they're wore out, they don't. And some of them guys are tired, and, it's not they don't like it. They're just, to get a moment to themselves sometimes. I'm not going to make them do it, but they understand. They all do usually do a pretty good job. But they just, you're in the dog days of camp, man. They're trying to keep their head up and keep going.
Is it more difficult than 2 days just because it's drawn out?
Oh, it's hard now, and it's been hot. And your meetings all day, and your practices all day, and they've been hard physical practices, and you got to get there. So, from that standpoint.
Last week you said you were eager to see how they got through this time of practice. What have you seen?
I was pleased. Getting through last week in that scrimmage, it's capped off. I had a day or so there. You start to see them, and then you challenge them and rejuvenate them there a little bit. Give them some shorter practices with high intensity. That we're on the field longer, but real high-intensity drills and got them out. And then they responded well in that. So, got through that part of it, I thought, pretty well.